I'm Eric Orson, your host today, back with Believers in Business. Our next guest has had an incredible journey, so I gotta just tell you now in advance, put on your seatbelt. We've got an amazing story for you that you're absolutely gonna love, of a really difficult journey and what God has done with it that will absolutely blow your mind. So, our special guest today was a nurse for over 30 years. Now, after losing her beloved husband, she set out on a journey to fulfill her purpose in life. And she's an author of a book called 31 Days of Mountaintop Miracles. Please welcome our special guest today, Miss Susie Jennings, to our show. Susie, thank you so much for being here. It's an absolute honor. And as I learn more about you and your story, I'm absolutely ecstatic to share this with our audience today. You organize an absolutely incredible event each year for the homeless here in the Dallas area. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Well, it is a homeless ministry. I'm the founder of a ministry that it really all started in my mother's kitchen. When I was a little girl, my mother used to feed the homeless in our kitchen, and I did not like it at all. They ate my food, occupied my space. So I grew up not liking any homeless people until one day it changed my heart when my husband of 9 years, David Jennings, who was in the army, he disappeared from our home, and for 30 days he was missing. And then we found him in Atoka, Oklahoma, and we live in Texas, in Dallas area. And we found him in Atoka. He was suffering from a chemical imbalance called serotonin deficiency. And on the 30th day, they found his car, and we went to Oklahoma because they said they found his car, but they did not find David. When we went to Oklahoma, that's when we found him. He was hiding in a ravine for 30 days. Wow. And David, he committed suicide. That was a very sad time of my life. And 3 days later, we buried David. And then after 3 months after we buried David, I had a car accident and I became disabled. I could not walk. And then 2 months after that, I was baking a cake in our kitchen. And then 30 feet from me, I saw a lot of policemen in my neighbors. And then I went outside and asked what's happening. And he said, your neighbor just committed suicide. So there was 2 suicides in 5 months. I got mad at God. Yeah. And I questioned God why. And he gave me a dream. In my dream, I was knocking at my neighbor's doors, telling them about Jesus. And then the next day I woke up. I decided to choose joy. Because, the Bible said, weeping may endure for a night, joy comes in the morning. Amen. That was the verse that carried me for 30 days. And then the next day I said, Lord, what can I do for you? I tell you, do not ask God what can you do for him if you're not prepared. Because 3 weeks later, he took me under the bridge and told me to go under that bridge and help the homeless living in cardboard box. And I said, no, not me. I don't want to go there because those are crazy people. I saw them in the Philippines and I don't like the homeless people. And the voice said, you were the one who asked me, what can you do for me? Right there and then, it changed my life completely. So I obeyed God unconditionally. That is my platform, unconditional obedience. And that changed my heart. That changed my life. So now God have allowed me to have a ministry for the homeless, because when God told me, go under the bridge, I said, no, not me. And then he said, you were the one who asked me. And then I said, God, forgive me. What could I take to these needy people? And the voice said, blankets. So that was the start of a blanket ministry. The next day I went to Baylor Hospital where I was a nurse supervisor, and I asked $5 from all doctors and nurses so I could bring the blankets to the homeless that were cold under the bridge in downtown Dallas. And that was the start of an amazing journey, because out of that blanket, 1 blanket, it became 100 blankets, and then we shared Jesus. We just did not give away the blankets. We gave the greatest gift of all, Jesus. And then we gave the blankets. And then the homeless started calling me the blanket lady for 8 years. I was the blanket lady of Dallas. And then 8 years later, God gave me a bigger vision to hold a birthday bash for Jesus, where the homeless are the guests and the poor children with their families. And now it has become the largest event in the nation, with the largest number of 21,000 people attending our event. Last year, we had 15,000 who came, and 6,000 of those were children. So I don't know if you're aware that Dallas has the largest, number 3 impoverished children in America. So we need your help because on December 15 of this year, 2018, we're going to have the biggest, largest event again at the Dallas Convention Center. Remember, December 15. This is our 15th year, and we are planning to host this event to honor 15,000 people, needy and poor. And we wash their feet. That is the trademark of the ministry. And the heart of the ministry is telling the people about Jesus. Could you imagine changing lives, changing the world, one soul at a time? But we cannot do the work without your help. Mm-hmm. We need help because we have thousands of people that need blankets, that need sleeping bags and shoes and toys and coats, and we needed it, and we could not do it without your help. So we urge you, would you please help make a difference in the life of one child, one homeless? So if you could go to our website, www.opcare.org, and please donate. You could sponsor a homeless and a child for $100. We could give them different things. We even have a haircut, we have a makeover, we have flu shots, we have also a free phone call. So if the homeless get reconnected with their families, we take them to the bus and pay $200 per homeless, and then we make sure that they have a job when they get home, and then they have a place to stay. I have a story, testimony to tell you, that one time a lady called me after the event. She said, Susie, could you please help us? Please send us to our family in New York. I have 3 children. I said, okay, tell me your story. She said, my name is Donna. We live under the bridge in downtown Dallas. I have a 2-year-old little girl, and I have a 7-year-old boy, and then a 9-year-old. At nighttime, I will tie them in my waistline, so they will not be taken away from me with a bandana. And then I said, so how about the food? She said, in daytime, I would go to a grocery store and steal food from the grocery. And then I said, how about the money? She said, at daytime, when my 2 boys go to school, I would sell myself. I cried. That changed my heart because that was a terrible thing to happen to this woman. So we took them to the bus 2 days later, and we sent them to New York, in Rochester, New York. And we followed up and made sure that she had a place to live. I called her mother-in-law, and the children now are in school, and they have a home to live. And that's because of your help. People that give funds, people that donate to us, you're changing lives. You're making a difference, one life at a time. So please, I urge you, go to our website and please donate. $50 here, $30 there. You could change a life just with the money. Forget some coffee for at least a week and donate. Will you please? Because it will change lives like Donna and her children. Now they have home. And also, it honors God. The Bible said, he who is kind to the poor lends to the Lord. Proverbs 19:17. Could you imagine lending to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords? And remember, he's going to come very soon. So we need to be very busy. Share the gospel. Share it to the people, just like Donna and other people near you. They are our neighbors.
Susie, you are an angel in our modern day, right here on earth. And the work that you do is unbelievable. At the scale, you can see these pictures. When I first saw these pictures, it was mind-blowing to me at the level, the scale that they do this, that where they serve and they give and they bless people. And you can be a part of that. That's the exciting thing. That's the takeaway today, is that you get to be a part of something like this and bless people and give, especially during this season, this upcoming season. The weather's getting colder. People's needs are significant. People are out there living in their cars right now. There are seniors living under a bridge in the cold right now. Christmas is coming up. People need to know that God loves them, and you can be a part of that and just show them love, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we can all do that right now by donating to this at the website to this wonderful organization. You can also volunteer on December 15th. Boy, I wouldn't want to miss that. I hope that you'll take advantage of that opportunity. And for more details, visit www.opcare.org or call 972-681-3535. 67. And please remember that every gift of any denomination is greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, tell them about your new book that you've got coming out, Miss Susie.
Well, I wrote this book. It's called 31 Days of Mountaintop Miracles. And by the way, Operation Care International is now in 12 countries. We are now in Philippines, India, Africa, Taiwan, China, Indonesia, Cambodia, Israel, Jordan, Brazil, Nepal. We help 28,000 children and also 150,000 homeless and poor in Dallas, Texas since 2004. And we also have a school in Kenya, and also we have another school in Cambodia, a medical clinic in Cambodia, and we're helping also in Israel with the educational needs of children in Israel. So, the funds that you're giving to us, it's impacting lives, it's changing lives in different parts of the world. And so we need volunteers, and not only that, we're also helping homeless veterans. Last year we had 1,000 homeless veterans and also impoverished veterans that came to our event. And so we are calling also the veterans out there, come to the event and adopt your homeless brothers on that day. Help them out on that day. Come and share the love of Christ. The birthday party for Jesus, the largest event in the nation, is in Dallas, Texas. So come on, you all guys everywhere from different parts of the country, come and volunteer December 15 and make this as a family affair. Because guys, it's so good to share with your family serving Christ and teach your children to be kind, just like what my mother did in her kitchen. Mm-hmm. And that's where it all started, in my mother's kitchen.
That's right. Lead by example. You have an opportunity to do that for your family today. And I know a lot of you guys out there are probably going, wow, I wish I could be an influencer like someone like Susie. Well, you know what? It could start right here. It could start in this way, serving this wonderful organization today. So get plugged in, find out more information about it, and come join us. It's going to be an amazing event, as you can see. And we will be really, really excited to be a part of something like that. I know you guys will. So thank you again, Susie. Thank you for being an honored guest today. It's an absolute joy to get to know more of your story and all that you're doing out there. And thank you to our viewers for joining us again on this next edition of Believers in Business. We hope you guys will join us next time as well. We'll keep on keeping on and telling these great stories of people changing lives. And together we can all make a difference. I hope you'll join us next time. Bye-bye, everybody.